Well, we're approaching that year mark of when life changed for all of us. And so, really, we've got to check in and see how we're all doing and mentally how to stay well during all of this. With me today, Jessie Shepard, therapist. And Jess, you've always got such great things for us. I mean, where do we start though with this? It's been such a heavy year.
It has been a heavy year. And the CDC has even done a ton of research where about 41% of us have been negatively affected over this pandemic timeframe. And I
Yeah.
would say even since then, that percentage has probably gone up.
Absolutely. And stress and guilt, all of that plays into it. How so?
Well, we have our direct stresses that you would think about: losing jobs, businesses going out of business, things like that. But then we have a big passive stress with political distress, not being able to
Yeah.
plan for the future. So there's a lot there. But then we also have this guilt where we feel like we should be productive and doing things and
Mhm.
be perfect.
That would be me. I always feel like I need to be productive. So, note to self. Well, Jess, you've got three mental health tips for us. Probably smart to start with the first one. You talked about productivity.
Yes, stop thinking that you're going to be super productive because
Yeah.
honestly, we think we have more time. It's actually not more time, it's just different time. A lot of us have had a lot of changes and things that we are in charge of. Now that,
Mhm.
jobs have changed and we're at home a lot of time. So it's making sure that if you don't clean out all your closets and make them super organized, that is just fine.
I like it. And probably, remember that there's other things you could be more productive with, like being with family or something like that, right?
Yes, being very engaged in the moment with your family, being mindful
Yeah.
of where you're at. And that includes reducing social media and a lot of the different news. We don't need to keep clicking refresh. We can just, take a moment, take a breather.
Yeah. So, Jesse, and that's your second tip is, take a break from the news and social media, except for this show. Everybody has to keep watching this show.
Of course.
But I just came off of a social media break and it was 2 weeks and it was delightful, I have to say. So, I don't know how it's going to go getting back into it.
Well, and that's where you want to set up some parameters. Maybe you're not on it all the time. Maybe you just have
Yeah.
certain parts of the day that you're on social media.
I like it. And how about our third tip?
Yes. So we want to know how we're feeling, which sounds way more simple than it truly is. We're doing a lot of numbing behaviors right now where we're scrolling through
Mhm.
Facebook or we're playing kind of repetitive games on our phones and things like that. We want to sit back and you can meditate, you can journal. There's lots of ways to do this, but really paying attention to your feelings because when you know how you're feeling, what your emotions are, then we can actually start processing them. And there's a lot of emotions this year.
100%. Well, Jesse, thank you so much. And I'm gonna be thinking of you when I'm like, Jesse told me I don't need to be productive today.
Exactly.
If they want to get more information from you or contact you, maybe talk with you more in depth, how can they do so?
It's easiest to go to our website, blueclovertherapy.com.
Fabulous. Good to see you, my dear.
Thank you.